the Carroll Senior High School class of 2016.
Hello. Dr. Faltis, Mr. Duhan, faculty, guests, and fellow members of the graduating class of 2016, I am honored to stand before you as your student council president. I must begin with thank yous. Thank you to the student body for electing me a year ago and for letting me serve you this year. Thank you to Ken Goodman to attempting to pronounce all of our names correctly, to spare Mr. Duhan's dignity. Thank you to Mr. Putty for choosing Carroll Senior High School, and thank you to Jordan Candler for editing this speech for me. Let that be my first piece of advice. Find some smart friends. When I thought about what I wanted to say to you today, what parting wisdom that I, Natalie Richardson, the wisest person you all know, could bestow upon you, my mind kept going back to kindergarten. For many of you, this journey began 13 years ago as we entered the colorful halls of elementary schools on our first day of kindergarten. For my twin brother Marshall and I, the adventure began 14 years ago as the kindergarten classes at Carroll Elementary were lucky enough to be graced by our presence not once, but twice. I got another chance at kindergarten. However, I do not get another chance at the speech. I have somehow been authorized to see you off, to tell you something sappy and inspiring and smart, but I'm sure Juan and Nikhil will take care of that for me. Today is about celebration. Today is decided to celebrate us and to commend us all for our achievements. But as much as today is about rejoicing, I was nervous to come speak to you. I am one of the last voices you will ever hear in high school, and that is a lot of pressure. I bet some of you are nervous too, fearful of tomorrow, anxious in the first many paramount transitions in your lifetime, but here's what I will say to you today. Being scared for change is innate, and it will happen again. There is no magical moment that makes you an adult who feels no fear. The moment you walk out of this stadium, you will not suddenly become a lion-hearted grown-up. What is important is when we walk out of this stadium, we are able to recognize our opportunities and proceed. Move forward. Press into our fears, and the way we do that is to stop focusing on ourselves and begin focusing on others. The only triumph to fear is love. So as we go off to where we go next, whether that is the college or the military or some other great adventure, fall in love with change as you fall in love with the familiar. Be excited to go somewhere new and be okay with not knowing the path you are going to take. Realize that the road from the stadium to the place you want to be is not a straight path. It is winding and beaten. Success is found in zigzags, but as for today, go find the teacher that taught you the most, shake their hand, hug them, and remind them that they are important, and each success you have from here on out is also theirs. Thank the kid who sat next to you in math for all the times he pulled through for you. Say thank you to the stadium around you for holding you as its own each Friday night in the fall. Love by congratulating your mom and dad tonight. It's their graduation too. Love by holding on to your friends for just an extra few seconds before they fly off into the future. Love by hanging a picture of your dog in your dorm room. Love by calling your mom each time something good happens to you and each time you feel overwhelmed. Love by asking questions and by staying long enough to listen to the answer. Speak for those who have no voice. Stand up for those who cannot stand up. Love for those who refuse to. There's a tradition we leave behind here, one of excellence, of being the best, of blonde hair, and personalized I Love SLC license plates. But tradition is only protected when it is not left behind. So as all 630 of us go on to our next chapter, I hope we bring tradition with us. A tradition of kindness, of service, of fighting for what's right, We have been really lucky so far. We are lucky to have lived in Southlake, and I am lucky to have repeated kindergarten, so I could be part of the best graduating class in history. It is our time to give back now, our time to show the entirety of this world the values that Carroll ISD has equipped us with. Thank you. And now, I have the pleasure of introducing the valedictorian of Carroll's graduating class of 2016, Won Young Song. I think I speak for most of us when I say the only adjective that probably describes him is that he is very Won. Enthusiastic, contemplative, and dedicated ideology, and culture as much as practicality, he has leapt into classes and positions and opportunities ranging from the classics and history to sciences, like physics and neurology, to the fine arts and performance, seeking to learn for the sake of learning, do for the sake of doing, because life demands life and it is not worth living any other way. Won Young Song will begin his studies at Stanford University, where he will begin studying human biology, courses centered around humans, combining biology, sociology, culture, and psychology. From there, he hopes to go into either clinical research or public health and service of the happiness and safety of people current and future. In all these things, Won Young hopes to be a little closer to his heroes, Nikola Tesla and David Bowie, and their daring and bold strides into what they saw as the future, if just for one day. And so, if you would please join me in welcoming our valedictorian and prom king, Won Young Song.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. The term valedictorian comes from the word valedictory. The letter itself is from two words in Latin, vale, a farewell greeting, and decere, meaning to say, and together mean a bidding farewell. This speech I am giving right now. The word vale, however,